Well, hey folks, welcome back to the garage. Hope you all are having a great day. Thanks for checking back in. If this is your first time checking out the channel, thank you for stopping by. And if you like what you see, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I've got a lot of other car care and DIY repair type videos on the channel that you might find useful. So I just wanted to make this quick video today to talk about, or as a follow-up to the timing chain replacement videos that I just released a couple days ago. The timing chain videos I had posted to a Cadillac CTS Facebook page and got some good feedback from that, and I think those seeing those posts and those videos were helped by those videos and my mistakes and experiences with that timing chain project. I had one guy, and I forget his name, I apologize, but he had actually posted a video comment of one of his tensioners on his timing chain. And so what I wanted to do was two things here quickly, is show you one of the old tensioners that I took off, kind of give you a closer look of that tensioner, and to get a feel for what the springiness is of it, when you pull that pin to activate. But then also as a bonus, I just wanted to show you guys how to reactivate those tensioners if for some reason it goes flying across the room, if you've got the plunger out of the actual tensioner body itself. So I just want to show you how to reactivate that. So let me get you guys in close here. And so this is one of the old tensioners that I took off of the car, and I don't remember exactly which one it is, but it doesn't really matter. Now, if you're not aware, and please correct me if I'm wrong here, but these tensioners, and I know this because I just took it apart, these tensioners have a spring inside this plunger, and I'll show you here in just a minute what that looks like. But these guys are also operated, or assisted, I guess, by oil pressure. If you flip this guy over, there's a little oil port on the back here, and then there's this gasket here, and I found that out kind of the hard way by depressing this plunger, and oil squirted out all over the rag and kind of all over the place. So when you install these on your car, of course you've got your two bolts here, and you just mount that to the car, torque those down. I think it's to 18 foot-pounds. And then once you get your tensioner shoes and chains and guides in place and everything is ready to go, then you just pull this pin to activate. And of course what that does is it releases the plunger and it pushes on the tensioner itself, or on the tensioner guide, and then that of course tensions the chain. Now, the video that the gentleman posted on the Facebook group, he was showing his chain was set up, everything was still in place, and he was able to push the guide shoe against the tensioner with relative ease. He was just pushing it with his index finger, so it really didn't seem like there was a lot of tension on that tensioner, or that tension spring. So I have not done this yet. I'm just going to do this here first take for you guys. I'm interested to see kind of what the spring pressure is of a tensioner as soon as you pull that pin to activate. And so, well, let's go ahead and do that, and then I'll comment on that here in just a minute. So of course you get this guy in the car, everything is loaded, pull the pin to activate, and then it depresses. Now that is not something that I think you could just push in with your one finger. See how I kind of have it in my fist here. That is, and I wish I had some sort of gauge to measure this pressure or the force that it takes, but this is not a little amount of force to push that tensioner in. Geez, I don't even want to guess at a pressure because I don't want to tell you wrong. But so anyway, as this thing comes out, and I don't want this thing to go shooting all over the place. So see there, I got oil in my hand, so that just shows you that there's still a little bit of oil in this guy. But so as this thing comes all the way out, and I think this was the case for the gentleman's tensioner on the video, I think what happened is his chain had loosened so much to where the plunger was sticking out, so far, and then you're able to just push it in with your index finger very easily. And of course now there's no oil pressure on the plunger here, So that is not assisting either. So that's okay. So I guess you could probably, once this thing is fully recessed here or retracted, you know, it's not really that hard to push in, but you know, when you first pull that pin, it is pretty hard. All right, so what happens when you get the you accidentally release this plunger and you weren't quite ready, so you got to put it back in? What you have to do is you have to reactivate this plunger, put it back in the housing here, and then reinsert the pin. And quite simply, to do that, I don't know if you can see, there's kind of like some stair-step notches here on the bottom half of the plunger piece here, and then of course there's the spring inside of it. So all you have to do, I found the easiest way to do this is with my thumb. You just push it and turn it away from you, and then this guy locks into place eventually. Alright, so there, that locks into place. And then you just reinsert this plunger into the housing. And now, let me take this back out. So there are 2 notches here on the plunger. And when this guy is in the housing, this is where the pin rests to keep it from coming out. So go ahead and put the plunger, after you've reactivated the spring, you just push that guy back in, push it down. Okay, and you want to rotate it until those notches are facing downward. And be careful, there is a lot of spring pressure on this thing. And then you just put the activation pin back in. And it is ready to go. Alright guys, so there you go. There was just a quick video, just a little discussion on these tensioners here. And just a quick demonstration on how to reactivate these things if for some reason the plunger itself actually comes out of the housing and you have to reset everything. I hope that was helpful to you. If it was, be sure to leave a thumbs up down in the lower section there. If you've got any other questions, feel free to leave a comment. I'll answer them to the best of my ability. And as always, guys, thanks for checking out the channel. I appreciate your support, and I'll see you on the next one.